Hi, hello everybody. I am Dr. N. Mahalashmi, working as an assistant professor in Arulmigu Palanivandra Arts College for Women, Palani. This is about me. Okay, guys, in this video, I had shared some points regarding labor, which is one of the main element of cost accounting. Now we can start the video with the meaning of labor. Labor is a human resource and effort put by them to convert raw materials into finished goods. Its labor can be classified into two types, that are direct labor and indirect labor. Direct labor is that of labor who is directly engaged in the production of goods or services. Next, the indirect labor. Indirect labor is that labor who is not directly engaged in the production of goods or services, but they indirectly helps the direct labor engaged in production process. The next we are going to share about labor turnover. So the movement of shifting into and out of an organization by the employees is known as labor turnover. This labor turnover is quite normal and inevitable in every organization. Next, we can see about what are all the avoidable causes regarding labor turnover. The first avoidable causes is low wages, poor working conditions, lack of job security, lack of promotion, unfair method of promotion, job dissatisfaction, unsuitable working hours, lack of proper training facilities, unsympathetic attitude of the management. These are all the avoidable causes. If these causes are to be rectified, the labor turnover can be minimized. Next, I am going to share some points about unavoidable causes regarding labor turnover. So, these causes cannot be avoided inside the organization, which leads to labor turnover, that are death, retirement, and disablement of the employees, domestic troubles in their families, marriage and childbirth in case of women employees, transport and housing difficulties to the employees, workers finding better job at some other places. Workers may leave just because of their roving nature. So, due to these reasons, labor turnover can be caused in the organization, and these causes cannot be avoided. Next, I am going to share some points regarding how to reduce labor turnover. They are better working conditions to be provided to the employees, an adequate and satisfactory wage system should be provided to them. Then scientific methods should be followed in recruitment, training, and job placement of employees. Then job security and promotion opportunities must be granted. Then relations between men and management should be improved. Attractive pension and gratuity schemes should be introduced. To encourage efficient workers, incentive schemes must be introduced. If these ways are implemented in the organization, there may be chance for reducing labor turnover. Next, I am going to share some points about what are all the effects of labor turnover. Labor turnover leads a fall in production. It leads to increased in cost, selection, training, etc. The labor turnover also increases scrap value, defective work, additional supervision, etc. So due to labor turnover, there may be higher accidental rate. So because of labor turnover, machineries can be properly mishandled by the new employees. So these are all the effects of labor turnover inside the organization. Next, I am going to share some points regarding idle time. Idle time is defined as the difference between the time for which the workers are paid and time they actually spend on production. So, these idle time can be classified into two types. One is normal idle time, the another thing is abnormal idle time. Next, I am going to share about causes of idle time. There are so many causes for idle time inside the organization. They are power failure, waiting for work, waiting for instruction, waiting for tools, machinery breakdown, bad planning of work, accidents, strikes, etc. And then time wasted in changing from one job to another. And then seasonal nature of industry, time taken to reach the department from gate. These are all the causes for ideal time. Next, I am going to share the concept of overtime. So, overtime is nothing but if a worker works above his normal working hours, he is said to be working in overtime. The extra amount payable to a worker over and above the normal rate is known as overtime premium. According to the Factories Act 1948, overtime has to be paid at double the normal rate. This is about overtime. Next, I am going to share about what are the causes of overtime. There are many causes for overtime. They are as follows: to complete the work within the specified time by the employees, to make up any shortfall in production due to breakdown of machinery or power failure, to make up any shortfall in production due to fire, flood, strike, etc., to increase the production to meet the huge demand for the products in the market. So these are all the main causes for overtime process. Now I am going to share about effects of overtime. The main effects of overtime are as follows. Overtime leads to excessive labor cost and will reduce profit. It leads to unusual strain on plant and machinery. Workers may do regular work in a slow manner to secure overtime work. Quality suffers because workers get tired during overtime. So these are all the effects of overtime in the organization. Lastly, I am going to share about how to control overtime in an organization. All the overtime should be duly authorized by works manager in advance. There must be proper flow of work to the workers so that their time is not lost. There must be proper instruction to the workers so that they need not wait for instructions. Regular maintenance of plant, regular supply of raw materials to workers will reduce overtime. If these above ideas are followed in organization, the overtime can be reduced in every enterprise. I think this video will be somewhat useful in knowing about the concept of labor. Thank you.